Dofus just completely changed breeding in update 3.5. So in this video, I'll show you how to capture your own mounts, how to level up the new profession, and how to XP your mounts as well. Plus, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a quick tip to get free experience scrolls every day on every single one of your characters, so make sure to stick to the end to see that. Step 1, capturing mounts. This is actually a lot easier than it used to be. All you're gonna need is a capturing net, which you can craft these for really easily. Everyone can do it from level 1 as a breeder, or you can just buy them in the creature market. Once you equip it in this slot here, so I'm gonna equip it in my consumable slot, that's where like a soul stone would go, and you can drop in all of them, so you can just keep catching a bunch of mounts if you want. Then you're gonna jump into a fight. And as long as you have that equipped, we should get a spell here, Mount Taming. If you don't see that pop up, you can always open your spells tab, go to other, and it will be right here as well. So challenges don't matter. It's going to be 100% success rate as long as you survive the fight. So I'll just cast it on one of these. Once you cast that spell on any of them, there's no turn limit, you just cast it on them, and then once you finish the fight, you're gonna get that Dragoturkey at level 1. The next step is to manage your mounts. So if you come to Breeder Village, they've got 6 mount paddocks here. You can start in the beginner, and then every 40 levels of the profession, you're gonna open up a new paddock here that you can manage. Really simply, to break it down, basically have 4 gauges that you can adjust on your mount. The main thing is going to be their mood, or what it's called serenity here, which is just how happy or sad your mounts are. So you can see I've got some really happy ones here, and then if you scroll down, you know, some kind of happy, sad, and that is important because whatever their mood is going to tell you what you're allowed to adjust on these gauges here. So you've got endurance, drinking trough, and Dragobutt the love. I just call this lightning, water, and hearts. XP. XP is easy. You can do this with any mount, anytime. All you're gonna do is drop in some manger extract. Mine is already full, so you're gonna go into the store, search for manger, and there's a bunch of different potions like this. You want the one with the manger, like the leaf looking symbol. And then all you're gonna do is turn this on by clicking that. You can see you can have up to 2 gauges at one time. So if I just wanted to level up my mounts, I turn that on. You can see it's going to do 10 every 10 seconds. So basically 1 XP per second. And this bottom tier here is what you can do with the basic manger extracts that's cheaper, which is going to take 11 hours to run out. So as long as you're on here every 11 hours, you could just keep filling that in, and you're going to get about 40,000 XP every 11 hours. It's definitely more efficient to manage more mounts at once, like if you're leveling them up. So you can level 10 mounts at once with this single gauge here as it's dropping. I think it takes about, I want to say it takes like 20 full days of this running at the lowest tier to level them out all the way to 200, but you can get it to 100 pretty quickly. And if you get some higher tiered potions that obviously cost more, these ones you can see have a max of 40,000, but some of them will have a max of, I believe it's 60,000 here or something like that. If you go all the way to the top, that goes much faster. Like from here, it maybe does 20 every 10 seconds for this period of time, and then it'll go back down to 10 every 10 seconds. So you can level them up faster if you pay a bit more and fill this gauge all the way up. But you're gonna have to stay on it because you can see how these gauges are a little bit smaller than this bottom one. So, and they go drain faster, so you gotta be a little bit more on it to keep refilling them. But for most people, this is plenty. You can just fill it up to the most basic amount. You log back in, refill it, and you can be XPing all of these mounts at once. You can see these are all already level 4. Okay, again, back to the mood. The mood is going to affect which gauge you can fill at once, and in order to be able to breed any mount, you need to have all of these 3 gauges filled perfectly. Once those are all filled, their mood doesn't matter, their XP sort of matters, but you don't need it, and I'll get into that in a second. So how that's going to look is, since you can see all these are really happy, if I hover the mood right here, it shows me the gauge that I'm allowed to fill right now, which is only the heart. So when they're really happy like this, it can go from 5,000 to negative 5,000. Right now, these are all around 4,000. So that means they're really happy, and I can only fill love. So if I turn on love, that's going to work. You can see this will start going up. It's already up by 10. But if I turn on the water, see that turned off the XP, but the water is not doing anything. This won't run out because none of these can use the water right now. So all I would do is turn on the water, let this fill all the way up, and then from there, I'm going to want to drop their mood down to a point where I can do water and lightning. So if you see the different moods, and you can see the ranges here as well, I can do this as long as it's between -2,000 and +2,000. And lightning, I need it between -5,000 and -1. So those of you who are quick with math can see there is some overlap there. If it's between -1 and -2,000, I can do both lightning and water. Vice versa with love, if it's between 2,000, 0 and 2,000, then you can do love and water at the same time. Just like this, you can see these are all of mine that I can do both water and love at once. So what I would do is drop all of these in together, fill up both these gauges with the potions here, and then just click turn them both on and watch them fill up their gauges and wait until they're all the way full. And then once they're all the way full, you're going to use these two to improve or decrease their mood. The slapper makes them more sad and the patter makes them happy. And that's basically it. You just buy these potions, drop them into these gauges. You can do 2 at a time. So the strategy I like to use is find ones that are like in a middle, like this. I have a lot that are lightning and heart, or lightning and water. So I do all 10 of those together, do both these gauges, let them get full, and then I'm going to turn those gauges off, and then I would turn on the increased mood here, let them all get all the way happy, and then I would fill the last gauge, which would be love, and then you can go to breeding. Once you have filled all 3 gauges like this, you can filter to just the breedable mounts that you have, and then you need a boy and a girl. If you don't know how that works, you can ask your parents. But we're going to take a boy and a girl, and they need to be different colors here, or different types, like a ginger and an almond, etc. If you do 2 of the same, you're going to be guaranteed the exact same outcome. So we want to mix them to get to the next generations. Right now you can see the percentages of likelihood. So I'm hoping for an almond and ginger here. You can see it's 30% chance. If I click this, it's going to do a spin, a roll, and I'm either going to get one of these 2, a little bit more likely, or the next generation. The ways to increase this percentage here is to level up your mounts, or to use an Animakina, I believe is what they're called. Probably said that wrong, but my dog's freaking out in the background. Okay, but how you're going to do that is drop one of these in here, and you can see that automatically boosts it to 10%. You can craft these or buy them yourself. From there, I can click mate, or if you want to see how XP affects it, let's grab a higher leveled mount here. Here we go. Okay, when you have 2 level 35 mounts, you can see I don't have an opti in here, and it's already up to 45%, or 40.5% here. So the higher level, these are the higher chance you are to get to the next generation. So sometimes it's pretty easy to just XP all your mounts before you go to mate them if you really want a better chance at getting to the next generation. Because now I can still drop in one of these, and boom, now it's at 50%, so our chances are pretty good. And then let's do a spin and see how it works. Voila, we failed. We still got the generation 1, and we did not get any tokens because you only get those on a successful mate. And then my 2 mounts are now going to be sterile. Sterile mounts, there's not much you can do with them. You can clone 2 of the same one. So if you clone them, you're just going to get a new one that's fresh and can be used again. So you can basically change 2 for 1. And then you can also extract if they are higher than generation 2, and you'll get some resources in exchange for them. Okay, bonus tip. So XP. The way to get XP is you're going to either capture mounts, which each mount you capture gives you a little bit. I think it's like 10 to 20. Then the other option is to actually breed them, which you saw just gives me 60 for generation 1. I believe you get more for the higher generations. I haven't gotten too much into that yet. Again, this is more of a beginner guide. But the main bonus tip that I've figured out, especially for beginners, and this is also a good little comma trick, if you aren't even doing the breeder profession at all and you just want some extra commas each day, there is a daily quest you can do, and it depends on your alignment. I'm Bontarian, so I'll show you in Bonta. If you come to the militia from the Zappy, it's right here, and then drop down, here we go, drop down through this doorway. You're going to talk to Captain Starkey right here, and he's going to ask you for a Dragoturkey. I believe he wants an almond, which I have in my inventory. I hand it over, and he just gave me 5 breeder scrolls, which you can see right now. These were even better at the beginning of the update, but they're about 5,000 each, so maybe 25,000 commas on my server. And you can do this on every single one of your characters on your accounts. Those of you who are neutral, which pretty much all my alts are neutral, you're just going to go to Animakina Castle and swing right over here. It's 5, -5. And this guy right here is going to give you that exact same quest. and he will want ginger Dragoturkeys, if I'm not mistaken. Last but not least, all of you Brackmarians are going to again go to the militia. I think it's just one cell up right here. Yeah. Stampator the board, one cell up. He will also accept an almond Dragoturkey if I'm not mistaken. So there's the bonus tip. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helped. It's way simpler once you understand it, especially XP. You just drop them in, throw in some potions, and you can leave them be. Oh, last little bonus tip. Besides putting the mounts into the paddock itself, you can manage everything else from anywhere in the world by clicking D, and you can see that whole interface pops up right here. I can stop giving them XP if I want to. I can switch to the heart gauge. I can even fill the gauge here. See, I raised the love. And as you level up, like when you unlock the other paddocks, you can manage all of them separately just by clicking through here. You can see they have their own gauges and own amounts. So I could be doing one paddock for XP only. I could be doing another one to prep them for breeding. A lot of fun tricks you can start doing to manage this. And this is shared by all of your characters on your account. So any character you log in on, you can manage your paddocks from anywhere in the world. All right, hopefully this is helpful. Have a good one, guys. This is EFAT, and have a great day.